morning. It is Monday. Dagnammit, someone turn my darn watch off. It is July the 29th. I don't know why, but Align tends to turn my watch off. And I should be used to it by now, but I'm not. I just don't turn my watch off. If I want it off, I'll turn it off. Just don't do it. But like I said, I should be used to him doing that, and I'm not. And every time I go to put on my watch and it's off, it pisses me off. It does. That is just one of those things that just... And I'm already pissed off. I've had a very, very bad morning. And that was just like... These two have been hellions this morning. That one has been a complete butt. Like, he just... And she doesn't know when to be quiet. She thinks she has to be center of attention. She thinks she has to be stuck up everybody's butt. Won't leave no one alone. But... So in the morning, when he wakes up, he always comes, crawls up in the bed. Because normally Alion's already up, doing his thing, brushing his teeth. Pretty much like everything that needs to be done in the bathroom. Alion wakes up, goes to the bathroom, he does his teeth, his hair, washes his face. All the stuff that needs to be done in the bathroom, he does that first. Then he comes out and he gets dressed. So he always comes and gets in the bed with me. Which is fine. Except, I'm still trying to lay there and trying to continue to rest. And possibly even doze back off to sleep. He sits there and he kicks me the whole time. He's constantly kicking me. Always moving. He cannot be still. He's messing with the covers. And he is always making some type of noise. I can't really do it because my teeth obviously is not going to make. But he does it and it is so loud. Or he'll go. He's always making some type of little annoying noise. And I always tell him, Caleb, be still. Caleb, be quiet. Caleb, stop doing that. Caleb, don't mess with that stuff over there. Which, it's a bunch of cords. Like, it's the watch chargers, Alion's phone charger, and, like, the tablet chargers. Like, all of the charger, because Alion has the little, the little thing that we set all that stuff on to charge. Mine doesn't. My phone is the only thing on my side, and that's because I have one of the holders up on the little wall beside me, so I have that. But everything else that needs to be charged is on Alion's side. So there's a bunch of cords, and he's always messing with it. And it always makes me mad, because this is an everyday thing. Literally 7 days a week, me and Caleb always come to heads and just always end up in a very bad mood because he just will not stop. This is an everyday thing. He should already be used to coming in there, being still. And the only reason why I continue to allow him to come in there, because I would rather him come in there and piss me off to where I'm PO'd the rest of the day, than him go in there, stay in his room, and wake her up because he's sitting there going, Sissy, wake up. Sissy, wake up. Come play with me. Caleb, be quiet. Sissy's still asleep. Just be quiet. Stop trying to wake her up. No, if I'm awake, Sissy has to be awake. No, dude, that's not the way it works. But he thinks he thinks whatever he does, everybody else has to do the same thing. If he's up, everybody else has to be up. Nobody can sleep. Nobody can take a nap unless he says so. He thinks he's the king of the castle. She is learning his bad habits, and she is starting to act and do exactly like he's doing. And if he knows he's going to get in trouble and he really just does not feel like getting in trouble, he tells her to do it. Sissy, go do this. Sissy, go do that. And gets her in trouble because he knows that is something that they're not supposed to be doing. Like, if I done told them, do not touch the stuff that's on the table. That is Mommy's stuff. It can hurt you. Don't touch it. But Mommy has to go potty. So don't touch it. Stay in your room. Stay away from it. Sissy, why don't you go touch that? Sissy, go touch it. Sissy, go do this. And I'm like, I just told both of you, don't do that. And you're going to sit there and send your sister to do it? Because he thinks she's not going to get in trouble. Because she's little. And he has actually said so. Why did you tell Sissy to go do that? I done told y'all to don't do that. Why did you tell Sissy to go behind my back and do it anyhow? Because she's little and you won't spank her. Obviously, I just spanked her butt for doing it. Now you're getting a spanking because you told her to do it. After I told y'all not to. If I tell him he cannot have a certain toy or a stuffed animal or he cannot have something, he will turn and he will tell her to come ask me if she can have it. Mommy, can I have a toy? No. And he'll also go to his daddy, and because he doesn't think his daddy knows. He waits until I'm in the bathroom or I'm outside or I'm busy doing something, and he will also quietly ask Aline if he can have it. And Aline doesn't know. Especially, you know, Aline's been at work all day. He doesn't know that he's gotten in trouble and that he was told he can't have it. And so he'll wait and he'll ask Aline also quietly, Daddy, can I have this? But what he doesn't know is the fact that he hasn't learned how to be quiet yet. So his quiet is still him practically yelling. So I can hear him. And so from wherever I'm at, if I hear it, I'm like, don't you give it to him. He's in trouble. I done told him he can't have it. Then he gets in trouble with Daddy because he's trying to go behind my back. But he still does it on a daily basis. Like, this is something, these are things that he gets onto. And me and Elaine both get onto him every single day. All throughout the day. This is, I mean, like running in the house. It is something that we tell them to not do. Every 5 minutes, if not less, every single day. We tell them 1,000 times, if not more, every single day, stop running in the house. You would think after 3 years, they'd stop doing it because they know that they're not supposed to do it. They do it on purpose because this one, right there, he thinks I'm eventually just going to forget and let him do what he wants to. Because he is starting to word things better. And his little mouth is getting him into a lot of trouble. There are certain things, and I know kids will be kids. And I know that there are going to be some things that I'm going to have to continue to tell them. But you would think that they would have learned already. You would seriously think, you know, telling them as much as we tell them not to do certain things. And as many corners and timeouts and that they get for one thing, you'd think that they'd learn their lesson and just stop doing it. He is the instigator.
I'm not an instigator, Mommy.
And Aline has always kind of said this, and I've always told him not to say it. But the older Caleb gets, the more I'm kind of intend to agree with him. And this is probably not like the correct way of saying it, but like, it's like Caleb wants to get in trouble. Caleb wants to be center of attention. All the attention has to be him. Everyone has to talk to him. They can't talk to anybody else. He gets all the toys. No one else can have toys. Even if they were bought for someone else, they're his. If he wants them, he can have them. He can take them if he wants to, and nobody can say anything to him. Like, and I know that that's like an attention getter. He gets attention, good and bad. They both do. He gets to do things that Elena does not get to do because he is older. There are things that I am trying to allow him to do, to teach him. Like, I was putting all the bags and stuff in the car. My camera was up on the kitchen counter. And instead of me walking up the steps to grab it, I just asked Caleb to grab it and hand it to me. Thought it would be fine, because who can screw that up? You know, and I always tell him, hold it tight. Now, this is the first time I've used my camera. He's brought me my phone to me before, and I always use both hands, hold it tight, don't drop it, be gentle. And I told Caleb, can you get my camera and hand it to me? Grab it by the handle, which he knows is like the stick part. Hold it both hands and be gentle, don't drop it. He's gonna grab it by this and just practically throws it at me. And I'm like, Caleb, that's not what I told you to do. I asked you to grab it by this part and, you know, hold it both hands. Like, I'm trying to do stuff, like, try to have him to where he does stuff like that, because he's getting older. But it's bad for the fact of, I can ask Elena to do it. I don't even have to tell her to hold it with both hands. She's going to grab it with both hands and hand it to me. I can be pacific with Caleb, and he's going to do the complete opposite of what I tell him to do. But it's like he has that mentality of everything is his. He is the king of the castle. He can do no wrong, and even if he does, it doesn't matter if he gets in trouble, because, haha, so what if I get in trouble? I'm just going to do it again anyhow. Just to piss you off. And that's what it feels like. Like, it feels like he wants to get in trouble. Feels like he does things on purpose just to make me raise my voice, to make me mad. Like, it feels like he does it on purpose, just to get a rise out of me. And, like, I know, like, as teenagers, I know we tend to do that when we're teenagers. Because, I mean, I was a teenager once. But that's what he acts like. He does things just to piss me off, it feels like.
There's a bug on it.
I don't care. I don't care.
Can you get it?
Can you shut up? So, I don't know what it is, but like Align has said for several years now, you do things just to get in trouble, don't you? You want to get in trouble, don't you? And like, I used to get mad at him for saying that, but now I kind of see it. Like, I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but that's what it feels like he's doing. And it's very annoying. And it's one of those things to where even if I ignore it, like, the more I get on to him for doing stuff, he gets worse. If I ignore it and act like it doesn't bother me, it gets worse anyhow.
Guys, just something on my pepper. Hi.
You got to tell them hi first.
Hi. But I got a big shark.
There's no shark. Tell them bye.
Bye.